In this video, I will show you how I repaired this thermal imaging camera HT-04. I purchased it online for around $400, and when it arrived it was not working. Nothing was shown on the screen. It took me a while to realize that it has backlight issue. When I tried to turn it on for the first time, I did hear clicking noise, but nothing was shown. So I thought maybe it isn't charged. Manual that comes with it, it mentions that this camera makes a clicking sound. So that is when I realized that the camera is actually working. So if you have a similar problem, one way you can check for a backlight issue is to use a flashlight or some bright light. Put it close to screen. You will be able to see some of the display that way. Another way I checked it was by lightly hitting it on different sides. By doing so, display showed up for a second. Instead of returning it, I decided to repair it. It is quite straightforward and easy to disassemble it. At first I tried the least amount of repair that was possible to make it work, because I didn't want to do any major repairs on this. When you open it, you have to make sure that you do not apply force. There is a ribbon cable, and if you pull it, that a cable might get damaged. I tried to find what the problem was. The very first thing I tried was to simply bend the flex cable. Pushing the cable was making the display work. As you can see, I have bent the cable. So at this stage I didn't know where the fault was. As you can see, if you push the flex cable down, the display works. I have pointed the exact location where the issue is. There are two loose connections provide power to. You can go with the simple solution and just use electric tape to push this flex cable down. I will show you later how I did that, but for me that solution only worked for few weeks, and then the issue was back. I then went with permanent solution, which was to actually solder the flex cable where the connections were loose. Doing that is a bit harder than a simple repair job. I tried to make video doing this repair. However, this was a little tricky to do, difficult to do. These are small, very small traces, and you have to solder them. So the uh, camera was blocking me from doing this work, so I couldn't record all of the repair. However, here it is. After I did the solder, you can use fine sandpaper to prepare the surface of the flex cable for the solder. These two connections are the ones that provide power to the backlight, and there's a coating on on the flex cable. You can simply remove it using a fine uh, sandpaper. After that, you just have to carefully solder. You first put some flux on the traces, then use your then solder, put some solder, and use uh, just use a normal soldering iron that is not too hot. Just make sure you don't touch any other location, any other part of the flex cable, as it is uh, very thin and you can easily damage it, and that would create more issues. So this is the permanent solution, and after I did that, it's been few months and it is working without any issues. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and click on the like button. Thank you.